In this video, I will be showing you how to make a kind of simple number guessing game in Python. So first thing you want to do is not start out with a variable this time. What you want to do is you want to start by writing import, if I can spell it right, import random. Now what this will do is import the random function pack module, which will allow it to use random integers, and they'll choose by itself every time the program is run. Now you can leave a space if you want to. Now you want to do the variable. So number equals, this is where the random part comes in. Random dot rand int. No, I don't need the dot there, do I? And int. And then we're going to set it to 1 to 20. So when this part is run, it will define number as a random integer between from 1 to 20. So any number between 1 and 20, it could be 12 or something like that, right? So now, we also want to set up an attempt counter so that it will track how many attempts the user or player has made while trying to find that random number that we made before. Now you can leave a gap if you feel like it, and we're going to do a while statement. So what this will do is, while this is true, it will just loop the code until it is broken, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to write try, and then we're going to do another variable being guess, as in what the player guesses each turn. This is going to be a floating point number, and it's also going to be obviously a user input, because otherwise how are they going to play it, you know? And we're going to call it something like, I don't know, guess. And then they write after that, right? And then you will probably want to leave a gap, because then it'll look nice. Again, not required, but it looks better. There's going to be another new thing. It's going to be except, and this is just going to if it's in this becomes untrue if it's not a floating point number. Like if instead of writing the number 1 you wrote the word 1, it would continue the code after it'll print, I don't know, something like value, like a invalid input. So that's what it will print, and then after this we're going to write continue, because then it will just go back to the start of the while statement and continue this part again. And every single time a guess is made, it will check this to make sure that it is not an invalid input. Fairly simple, I don't know. Now, after this, after every guess that is made, we are going to add 1 to the attempts counter by using the variable, and we're going to write plus equals 1. So it will add to the previous equal of the attempts. So like starting, it will be 0, and then after the first guess it'll be add 1, and then it'll be 1, and then you add 1 again on the next guess, and so on until the right answer is reached. Right? So that's all that does. You can leave a gap again if you want to. Now we're going to do an if statement. So if guess is equal to the random number that was chosen, this will happen. It will print, I'm going to want to use the F here again just to simplify this. Something like, I don't know, you successfully guessed the number, and then we're going to put in normal brackets in here the number, so it will tell you what the secret number was in case you didn't really remember what you typed, and then it will also tell you how many guesses it took. So in this funny bracket again, the attempts variable, and then write guesses. So what this will do is it will just print you successfully guessed the number, what the number was in brackets, in, I don't know, whatever, however many attempts it took you. So it could be like 6, 30, anything. Guesses, right? And then after this it will break, which will just stop this code from repeating and will like just end it. So the game won't continue when you've won, so you'd have to start it again. Now, after this, we're going to do another two things. We're going to write elif guess is greater than number, or sorry, less than number. Now, what this will do is, if guess is, now, when a guess is made, it will check if the guess is less than that number, or after this bit, we're going to write if it is higher than the secret number. And what it will do if this happens, if it's not equal to the number, it will print a appropriate thing. So like it'll be a higher or lower. So if the guess is lower than the actual number, it will tell you to go higher, right? So I'm going to do that real quick. As you can see, instead of using elif a second time, I just used else. It just makes it's less complex than just using elif again, because you won't have to write the whole guess greater than number, because it will just know that it is greater than it instead of having to type that whole bit out again. Just simplifies the code a little bit. Anyway, now you've got that, if you want to run it, it will start the console as it does, and then start making your guesses. So start with, I don't know, 12, tells me to go lower. So 6, even lower than that. 3, higher. 4, 5. Success, and then, as you can see, it printed you successfully guessed the number, what the number was, being 5, in the amount of guesses it took, also 5. So that is how you make a simple number guessing game in Python.